Hello, everybody, and welcome to another wonderful episode of Tim's and Stilettos.
These fucking horns, I tell you.
I am your favorite girl, Davina.
And I'm the rapper.
Oh, you just the rapper today?
I'm just the rapper
He's
today.
the rapper, I'm the DJ. And here we are again.
All right, so what we talking about today?
Oh, wait. Okay, I got too much going on. So I had it up, but then I had to get the horns. So hold on, I gotta find it again.
Okay,
So, but while I'm doing that, we gonna do some white noise. How you doing?
I'm good.
Great.
It's
great,
Friday.
great.
Happy Friday. Oh, Lord.
Yes, happy Friday
Yeah,
slash
happy
Monday
Friday slash
because
Monday,
y'all
'cause
gonna
y'all
listen to it on Monday.
Absolutely right.
And I just have to publicly acknowledge that the rapper 2 weeks in a row has been on time.
I'm turning over a new leaf.
You know, it's
turning over a new
great.
leaf.
It's wonderful. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Today,
Mm-hmm.
we gonna talk about the F word. As you suck a straw in the microphone.
Sorry. Friends? Friend word?
No, it's an
Friend
F
zone?
word. No, we're gonna talk about failure.
Oh.
And we're going to talk about what failures we have done in our relationships.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I can go on and on about my failures early on.
Okay. Because we always talk about, well, he did that and she did that and this, and this.
Okay.
But what role do we play in our relationships failing?
You know, that's a good point to bring up because a lot of people don't acknowledge their mistakes in relationships.
Correct.
They always see what the other person does wrong.
Correct.
They never really see what they do wrong. So being
Correct.
able to notice what you do wrong in a relationship is actually a great thing.
I think so.
I think it brings
Brings a new light.
it brings balance, I guess, to your relationship as
and
well.
we're older, so it's not like we're 20 and it's always someone else's fault.
Well, you're absolutely right. We gotta be adults and take responsibilities for when we
Correct.
mess up.
Correct.
So,
So you go first. Oh wait, I gotta.
okay, I'm going first.
Yeah, you're going first, and I just gotta gather myself.
It's your show. It's always ladies first.
No, well, this lady is saying you go first.
No.
Bing bong, ain't that on TikTok?
Take me to dinner, baby.
Bing bong.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
So I
So
have.
your turn.
Okay. So my failures.
Yeah, what's something? Is there a consistent thing that you do that, besides nonchalant?
Yeah, that's just me.
Is there something that if a group of women got together and was like, he did this, is it one or two particular things that they can collectively say you've done?
They can collectively say, well, he's real nonchalant. Like,
I just said you can't use that.
okay. Excuse me. They would probably say, well, I would say in the beginning my communication was really too good. I didn't know how to communicate. I'm still learning how to communicate because each person you deal with, you have to communicate differently because the way they are. So you have to talk to them differently because it can affect them in different ways. But I would have to say early on it would be my communication. That wasn't really too good. I had to work on that. Another thing that I would have to say that people might be able to say is that I would just have to say it's my nonchalant attitude because that's probably one of the things that bother women the most.
Okay.
In all honesty, me being nonchalant, people feeling I don't care about them or their feelings or about talking to them, and I just like people say that if they call me tomorrow and be like, well, listen, you know what, I just think we should be friends. They'd be like, they know I'd be like, all right, if that's what you want, no problem. You know what I'm saying? And then like, there's no fight.
Right.
But if you calling me to tell me you want to be my friend, why am I fighting?
Because you might really like them.
But you making the decision, right? I'm calling you because I don't want to do something. I want to be your friend. Why am I going to waste time and energy to convince you to do something that you don't want to do? Because you obviously thought about it and you came to me and said, I want
But
to
they
be your
could be
friend.
thinking that way because of your nonchalantness, and they feel like that's what you're thinking, and they're taking that pressure off of you.
Even though I'm nonchalant when I talk to somebody and I'm trying to get to know somebody, I let them know that I'm interested by the way I am as a man. Time, going out to do things and things like that. So that shouldn't even be a thought in your mind if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a man that shows interest.
Okay.
So if you come to me like that and I've been doing what I'm supposed to do as a man, I'm not going to fight. I'm going to be like, okay, no problem.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Okay.
I'm just saying, there's some things you fight for, some things
Even
you
how
don't.
he's answering this, ladies and gentlemen, is nonchalant. It's like, whatever.
Even my answer's not.
Just say.
It's not nonchalant. It's just honestly like, Davina, I understand it's different for a woman because women come with emotions. They want to know the why, the what, the why, how, and why you. No, it's clear cut. If a man comes to you tomorrow and after you've been talking to him for 3 or 4 months and y'all build a rapport and say, you know what, hey, I want to be friends, your first question should be why you want to be friends.
Why should that be my first question?
I said that shouldn't be your first question.
Oh, it's not. It's not going to be mine.
It shouldn't be.
Right.
The first thing you should say is, okay. Yeah. And I'm sorry, but that's just how, because some people want.
You have to learn that, though. I think if 10, 20 years ago, it would have been, oh my God, why? What did I do? Did I do something? Can I fix it?
Tell me how.
Right. But now it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's okay, cool. Because at the end of the day, I just think if somebody took the time to think about and come to you with that statement right there or that scenario, I'm not giving all my energy to get an answer why.
And if they really wanted you to know why, they would tell you without you having to probe for it.
Exactly. So, that's why how most of my answers is like, oh, okay, that's what you want? No problem.
Okay.
Straight up and down.
That's fair.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to get myself upset.
Right.
If you're the type of woman that want a man to chase you and make you feel like you don't do that with me, because I'm going to be like, nah.
Well, it's different ways that you could want a man to chase you without picking. I don't want to say it's a fight, but it's a way, because if you're saying I want him to chase me
or get a reaction from him,
to get a reaction from him, and the way you think you're going to do that is, oh, I don't know if we should talk, thinking he's gonna be like, oh, baby, like,
baby, please,
right?
baby, please.
You going to shoot yourself in the foot, because most people aren't going to. In 2022, a lot of people aren't going to be like, but who, what, when, where, why, how can I fix it?
Nope, I'm not doing that.
Male or female.
I'm not doing that.
So, but if I want you to chase me, I'm going to tell you, I want to be courted. I want you to plan
Courting
dates.
and chasing is two different things.
But a lot of people don't realize that.
Chasing is when one person is actually going away from the person that's actually chasing them. Because it's a chase.
Yeah.
Like, I'm courting you, but you're pushing away
Bugs Bunny
all my advances.
No, Elmer Fudd.
Yeah. You're pushing away all my advances,
Right.
and I'm still trying.
Right.
And you still pushing me. That's chasing. Like,
that's chasing.
Nah, I'm not doing that.
Yes,
if I ask you a couple times, yo, let's go hang out, and you're like, nah, I'm busy, I got something to do. All right, cool. You hit me when you're ready.
Okay.
That's it.
There it is.
Plain and simple. There's like, and for some people, I have to say, who have a lot of things going on in life, and it might not be them just not want to spend time with you, just that y'all schedules is just off. But then y'all have to communicate to set something up to where y'all can hang out. Because it might not be that he's chasing you or you're chasing him. It just could be that y'all schedules just are really, really off just really off balance.
But never mind. I'm not gonna. Never mind. Okay, you're right. You're right. Okay, you want to hear mine?
Yes, I want to hear what you have to say. Let's get this on camera so we can
failure.
Go back to the date that you said it.
Wow.
And what time you said it, so that way it won't be no misunderstandings.
But you're going to put this in the story, so it's going to delete in 24 hours.
No, it doesn't. It saves in the archives now. So if you want to pick up any story we had from the beginning of the year.
Don't tell nobody that. Don't be having people, because I could start dating somebody and they now go to the archives to see what it said. It ain't none of their business. Anyways.
They can't go to
No.
our archives unless they have our password.
Oh, only we can see
Only
it.
we can see it.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay, never mind. My bad. I thought everybody could see it. Oh no, that's highlights.
That's highlights.
Okay,
Right.
my bad. My bad.
You're good. Don't worry about
Okay, so my failure is.
Where the horns at? Pew, pew, pew.
I think one of my failures is because I'm spoiled
Okay.
and I want my way all the time.
Well, that shit ain't gonna happen all the time.
But that's my failure. And it's that, and it's also, I don't want you to chase me, but I want to feel a certain emotion, like you're excited to talk to me, to see me and stuff like that. And if you don't give me that, I'm like,
He don't like me.
yes.
Self-sabotage.
Yes. Maybe.
A little bit.
And then sometimes it could be I just picked the wrong dude who wants me to chase him, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to chase you because I don't want you to chase me. It should be an even keel of.
You just said you want to be chased a little bit.
A little bit.
You want me to go back to the time?
Shut up. No. Like when I say a little bit, I mean like. See, I don't smoke weed, so I can't go. I'm going to say an ounce. I don't know how big that is. I mean, I know how big an ounce is, but I'm going to say 2 ounces. Final answer. That's how much I want you to chase me.
Okay.
I don't want you to be a Richard Lawson.
Okay.
Richard Lawson is like my boo, but I am his world. I don't want that.
In his eyes, you do no wrong.
Well, I want you to think I don't do anything wrong, but I don't want to be your everything.
Well, you know what? In scenarios like that, a lot of women and men want the other person that they're in a relationship to be worshipped like they're everything.
No, I don't.
And to be totally honest with you, I want you to know there's better things out there than me. No offense. I'm not saying I'm not a good guy or anything like that, but I'm sure there's plenty of more handsome guys out there than me, and I don't take that for granted. If I look up and get somebody that's an attractive woman and I know that she's going to attract a lot of men, I appreciate that. In the same way, if a woman gets an attractive man, they must appreciate it because what you don't do, somebody else is going to do better.
Next man will.
So.
Okay. Do you think you could improve your nonchalantness?
I have.
You have? On a percentage-wise, how much have you fixed it?
About 30%.
Okay. It's a start.
Because before I used to just be like, nah, but now I explain myself. I'm like, listen, I'm not doing this because.
Okay.
I don't have to explain anything. My decision is my decision.
That's true.
So.
Okay, that's fair.
You know, if I give an explanation, I feel like I'm being a little bit better than I was.
Okay. Do you think people put up with things that they don't like, as far as I'm trying to segue into another question, and I'm not about to do it right. But okay, so you have your failures. Do you think, okay, maybe this will work. Do you think people overlook something that could be a failure in the other person? So, like, let's just say someone cannot stand your nonchalantness, but they put up with it because of their fear of being alone.
I think we all do that. I think we all, basically, what you mean is we all turn a blind eye to something because the guy has a couple of other things that's great qualities, and that one quality shouldn't be the deal breaker.
No. Right? Well, yes and no. I mean, like, there are a slew of things like, nope, I don't like that. Nope, I don't like that.
Right.
Nope, and this is no offense to you, but nope, he's never on time.
I feel like it was. But
No, it really wasn't. And I'm just saying it like, okay, if a guy is like, I'm going to pick you up at 7 o'clock and he's constantly is closer to 8 o'clock him picking me up, that's going to piss me off. So that's what I mean by that. 10 minutes late, except for when you was with Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah, you're hilarious. You're so hilarious. I'm telling them you said that too. I'm so telling them.
Aside then you're only like 5-10 minutes late usually, but it's just like one thing after another, one thing after another, one
Right.
thing after another, and it's like, no, I don't want to put myself back out there to date, so I'm going to basically settle for all of these things because I don't want to be alone.
Well, that's the one thing we have to do as individuals is pick and choose what we settle on.
So you think everybody settles in some
There's a difference,
aspect?
yes, because if you look at it, like what you're doing, not to put you into the flow, but you want somebody tall, but you might not find somebody tall that's what you might want. You get what I'm saying? So you have to.
I've changed that. I've lowered my height requirement.
Right. So, but that's a difference. You settle for something a little bit more different. It's not that big of a deal.
I
but
didn't settle. I opened up my pool.
Okay.
That's a nice way to put it.
If that's how you want to put it, okay.
I've lowered the height requirement.
And what's the height requirement now?
My height.
Over 6 feet?
I'm not over 6
I mean,
feet.
5'11"?
Yeah.
That's
I would
not
say
bad.
5'11".
That's not bad.
Yeah. Even though most men are going to say they're 6 feet, if they're my height, they're saying they're 6 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Because they got they lifts in their shoes.
I don't got no lifts in my shoes.
Well, you're not 6 feet neither.
That's
so
true. I'm only 6'1".
+4. So
Give or take a bad day.
Okay. Well, if you wear lifts, I'm gonna talk about that.
I don't wear lifts. I got on flats today. I
have
got
on
shoes.
flats. Oh, those are cute.
Oh, check out the socks though. Ow.
I like the Argyle socks. Those are cute. Those are cute.
Well, yeah.
He's coordinated. It almost matches your tie.
I was trying to. I was gonna wear my what's it called, them jackets, the dress jackets with the
blazer.
No, I wasn't wearing a blazer, but my trench coat.
Oh, you fancy?
But I feel comfortable.
It's technically not season for trench coat.
I feel comfortable with my Nike Tech always.
Okay. It's not trench coat season.
No.
That's spring and fall.
Right.
Yeah.
But it still looks nice.
It does. And you're also in a vehicle, so, you can get away with a little bit more. Yeah.
But yeah.
Fear of being alone.
I really don't have a fear of being alone.
I have a fear of dying alone.
We all die alone.
Meaning.
Not having somebody to love you.
No, I have people love me. Are you crazy?
So what's the fear of dying? Not having a partner.
Not being in some sort of relationship where
somebody's going to grieve you.
No.
Besides your family.
Oh, I don't care about that. My family's grieving me will be enough.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, my sisters don't live with me. They don't live near me. Mm-hmm. So my fear of dying alone is it going to take somebody a week to realize they ain't heard from me and I'm deteriorating in my apartment. That's my fear of dying alone.
Well, I don't think that will happen.
I mean, Sasha
ain't going to let that happen.
She would. She would.
She would let you just sleep in peace. Don't bother you.
If I was dead?
I mean, she won't think you're sleeping.
I don't know, because I tried those pass out in front of your dog, and Sasha just look at me like, get up. She really does. So
she might not even pay you no mind.
She might not. She'll go get her toys and play with her toys until she get hungry, and then she might start barking or something after a couple of days. So I might be dead like 2-3 days before.
But after one day, somebody's gonna notice, because once they ain't hear from you in the whole day, they don't know something's wrong. Because that's how close your family is. And I speak daily.
I would give it 2 days, maybe not a day. But definitely 48 hours, somebody in my family would be like, what's going on?
I think for me, it would probably be like a week before somebody.
What about the princess?
Princess? If she need money, she'll call.
Do not call her out like that on this show.
Nah, but I honestly think that my daughter would probably call, but if I don't answer, she probably think I'm working and she won't bother me.
For a week, you seem like the type of dad that calls back immediately. I don't think she would go a week without, why hasn't my dad called me back? I don't believe that. So you don't have the fear of dying alone.
Well, I don't have a fear of dying alone.
So you made peace with not being in a committed relationship for the rest of your life?
I made peace.
Okay.
That doesn't the fear of not having somebody to call my own is not a fear for me. The only thing I fear is not becoming a better man in my singleness and setting my daughter up for greatness.
Okay.
That's it. I want to be in a committed relationship. I would love to have somebody that would appreciate everything that I have to offer, but it's no rush, and I'm not going to just settle for somebody just because they're attractive and we nasty and we do it.
Nope.
So
Nope.
it's just
Don't need to know that.
I'm just saying, like the reasons why people get in relationships because sex is good, because they can be around you and y'all are comfortable around each other.
Slap them cheeks.
You talking about dope? Don't go there and look at you.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
But yeah, I just don't think people should be as afraid of
Being alone?
being alone. I honestly think that the best happiness you can get is from when you're alone. You find happiness within yourself.
That's true. Can I tell you the honest to goodness truth? My fear is not being alone. My fear now, I mean, yes, I still have the fear of dying alone and stuff like that. But my fear is cohabitating with someone because I'm now so used to it just being me and Sasha. To have another human being in my space constantly.
I have to agree with you because I've really, as I gotten older, I think I've come to enjoy
Yes. The solitude.
of being able to go to bed and have to
Listen.
not,
Well, you know, Sasha sleeps with me, so I only have a piece of the bed because my bed is like a double California king to this damn dog, and she gives me the edge
she's
of
only
the
but
bed.
so little.
And if I'm sleeping this way, she's sleeping this way and pushing me. I'm like, dude, you are 8 pounds. But to go from 8 pounds to, I don't know, let's just say 300 pounds. But you tall, so just saying.
You said height don't matter.
I said I have lowered my standard. And nope, that's not what I said. I said I have lowered my height requirement. That's what I said.
So 5'11", 300 pounds is not a good match.
That's a great. Okay, 215. Oh no, that might be too skinny.
Yeah.
Okay, we gonna go with
260.
250.
250.
Yeah. Well, we can do a 260 because you gotta have a belly.
Davina, look in the studio behind you.
What am I looking at?
You missed it.
Oh, is somebody in there?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll look on the way out. Because that was like very scary. Like somebody was standing over my shoulder and about to attack me. But
What you did last night.
not a damn thing. That's what I did. What do you want from me?
The crab cakes.
Ooh, yum.
I want to go to Baltimore and get some crab cakes.
Let's go.
That sounds like a good.
That
nice.
sounds fun.
It's only 170 miles away.
Okay. We can get on the Amtrak.
3 hours and 20 minutes driving.
Get on Amtrak.
Why?
Because then you can relax.
No, you can't.
Why can't you?
I took the Amtrak one time. I went to Washington, D.C. It wasn't a bad ride. But
Okay.
I wouldn't do that again.
And we just got completely off subject.
I'm sorry.
Yes. Cohabitating. That, and I'm not saying that I don't want to do it because I would love to have someone with me.
Not doing it until I get married, right before my marriage.
Well, when I say cohabitating, I mean like coming to spend the night and but you still have your house.
Okay.
And I still have my house.
Yeah. I like when people leave. I'm sorry.
I love to see you come. I like to see you come, but I love to watch you go.
It's like, yes, my space is back. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
It's not that
I agree.
I'm not being an asshole. It's not like I appreciate the time, but it's just
I
like
agree.
I'm happy I have my space
yes,
back.
like damn, I can just straighten them pillows back up, and I can walk around with. Like I used to tell my mother all the time when I worked from home, I'm like, I ain't got to put a bra on today, and she'd be like, oh, okay. But you know, like when you have today is just all over the place.
Yeah, it is.
We gonna the title of this show is all over the place. We just gonna call it spade a spade.
Let me write this down.
All over the place.
Let me write this down. So.
But I didn't forget what I was about to say. No bra.
Yeah, just like when you have your own space when they leave. We talk about when people leave from staying at your house. How you have your own space and how you feel like happy that they went back home.
Correct. But I was about to say something else and I forgot. Oh, yes. This is what is making it jump all over the place. So I was having a conversation with someone, and the person, the gentleman said to me, oh, I'm just going to start popping up at your house with food and Prosecco.
Okay.
And I'm like, I don't do pop-ups.
I don't do pop-ups either. You'll be outside waiting forever.
Like, I will look at you through my peephole and be like, I'm not home. Be like, but I hear you. I'm not home. And we had a conversation where he's like, but, you know, I wouldn't stay long. No. He asked me, he said, well, why don't you do pop-ups? And I'm like, because number one, it's rude. Number two, what if it's just a weekend? I don't feel like doing nothing. I just want to sit in my house on my couch with some drawers on. Because you got to wear panties on your couch, dog. But I'm just saying, like, I'm sitting on my couch, or it's lady time and I don't feel good. It could be anything. I shouldn't even have to give you a reason, but,
right.
You know, it could just be I had a long week. And his response was, okay, but if they respect you and you say you want to be by yourself, they won't stay that long. And I'm like,
but you're there.
But if I'm telling you I want to be by myself and you're here, that kind of defeats the purpose. So we go back and forth a little bit, and he was like, well, I don't agree, so we'll just agree to disagree. I don't see where we're agreeing to disagree because it's my home. It's my house. And if I'm not saying that if I had a significant other and he wanted to come over every week, I just need to know you coming. So I can, because I might have to mentally prepare for you to be in my space. Mm-hmm. You know, it could be I'm working. Because even when I'm not working, I'm working. Hello, podcast. Mm-hmm. So just because I'm not clocked in at my 9 to 5 doesn't mean I'm not working.
Right.
I got shit that I got shit to do.
Right.
So I could be wanting to focus on that, and now I feel like I have to entertain you.
Well, sometimes, you know, it's cool to have somebody that's just there to keep you company and not really in your way.
I don't mind that if I know you're coming.
Also, if you just pop up, you just mess up my whole equilibrium.
If you ring my apartment buzzer, I almost said it on here, but that ain't nobody business, my apartment number. If you ring that buzzer, number one, I don't go to my buzzer and be like, who is it? Let's start there. Mm-hmm. I don't do that. If my buzzer rings, first of all, Sasha, start acting stupid. And if I know you coming, I just buzz it.
Right.
Because usually I say, text me when you're downstairs, text me when you're walking up the walkway, so I can just buzz you in. Mm-hmm. If I don't know you're coming, number one, you're standing outside until somebody else opened that door, and then you come to my apartment and you, because I'm not letting you in. I don't care who's at the door. Right. Because it's not for me. Right. And in my building, they will ring a buzzer until someone just buzzes them in. Mm-hmm. You could be a killer. I'm not just randomly buzzing people into my building. Are you crazy?
I get it.
But yeah, I don't. So you don't do pop ups either.
No, I definitely don't do pop-ups. But I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I would if I was in a relationship. It's a difference when dating and I'm
New
trying to get.
relationship or y'all are like fully
We've been dating for a while,
okay.
and I would do a pop-up if we was in a relationship because
Why?
only because I like spontaneous things like, hey, get dressed, come downstairs, we're going out.
That's different than wanting
But
to
that's
come
still a
in.
pop-up though,
Mm,
because you don't know I'm coming. It's still a pop up because you don't know I'm coming. You don't know what my intentions are. You just
that's
know that I'm
true.
downstairs, so it's still a
Right.
pop up.
Okay. Well, you can't just do that to me because I gotta decide where we going. What wig am I putting on? Am I putting in my clip-ins? Am I doing a full face of makeup? Am I just putting on some eyebrows? What's happening?
You're asking too many damn questions. The only thing I said was put some clothes on and come downstairs. That's it.
Okay, but what if I come downstairs looking crazy? I got on like my Uggs and some shorts and a
Hey,
tank top.
and then we will still go where we going. With
Where
you
are we
looking
going?
crazy.
Where would you take me looking like that?
I will adjust the itinerary to fit how you
Like, come on,
look.
we're going to Burger King. I don't know why I love it basketball. I took the hoe to Burger King. Just pops up.
You adjust the itinerary to
Okay.
fix
All right, that's fair.
to fit what you had on. That's how you do it. But still, yeah, that's the only reason why I would pop up if I was in a relationship, and because the type of man that I am, I love to spoil you. I love to just do things out the blue and just show my woman that I care and that I'm there for her. And especially if I know she had a long week and things like that, just taking her. Hey, listen, I'm not staying, but here's a spot there I paid for you. Go, like, go. You know what I mean? Like, just things like this coming good. But just come on, let's come. I got somewhere to
I
take
know
you.
you had a hard day. Here's a case of Prosecco.
That would work for you.
That might get you an invite upstairs.
And then you be on live and wasting.
No, but here's the thing. I was lit Monday.
On a Monday.
Not as lit because it was Valentine's Day and
Okay.
but I wasn't as lit as
You're right. I couldn't tell you was lit, but yeah, okay. It was a live. Monday's live was good, y'all.
Yeah.
I missed it.
but it wasn't like 2 weeks ago. I was drunk. I'm not even gonna lie. I was drunk. But I was
They
lit
enjoyed
Monday.
it though.
I'm sure they did.
They enjoyed it.
Wait till y'all get us on. I keep wanting to say Patron. That is not the name of it. Patreon.
Patreon.
Yeah, I'm be acting a fool on there.
Oh Lord.
We might have Thirsty Thursdays.
Thursday. You want to do it on Thursday? You want to do a Thursday a topic from Thursday?
Yeah.
That sounds good.
I mean, if you giving us money, we gotta. Are you entertained?
A tequila Tuesdays, a taco Tuesday. Have a cooking day.
I think we're really gonna. Yes. Okay. And you can cook.
Mm-hmm.
And
I put my mic.
Send me
I'll
a
put
photo.
my stand in the kitchen.
I think so. Yeah.
And-
Okay.
And I'll do a little something.
We
in the
gonna have to
kitchen.
have a conversation this weekend so we can get that
Okay.
going. Cause yeah. We're still gonna do our audio and our lives on Mondays, but it was a couple of people on Monday saying they would support the
Patreon.
I got you doing it now.
Patron,
So
get you going this Friday. I'm ready to have a drink.
I still have one of those mini things when Earth, Wind, and Fire were here. So it's in the freezer. I'm going to call them that forever now.
Yeah.
That is their name.
It was Lou, Light, and Fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire. You heard I said what I said.
Oh man, they asked me that time. They asked me too when we going back in the studio. So we gotta get a topic, bring the men back in here.
I mean, we need a do-over from their show
yeah,
because
To be honest,
it was
with you,
27 minutes.
it was 27 minutes, and that show had like over 70 views.
I know.
They liked
It
that
was
show.
27 minutes and 9 seconds to be
It
exact.
was a short show, but you
Because
know
I
what?
was pissed.
Yeah, I know you was.
You know.
I know.
But anywho, yes, I see all over the place. That's the name of the show. We are all over the place today. Patron. I have the mini one that
okay.
I still have one in my freezer. So I think I'm going to stop and get some juice. That's not for me tonight. That's for tomorrow. Because we're having a Galentine.
It's not Valentine's Day no more.
It's I said Galentine. Galentine.
Okay.
So it's Valentine for the girls.
I want to know who made up that shit.
Not I, said the fox. It was not me.
Hey Siri, who made Galentine's?
She ain't gonna say Davina.
Okay, I found this on the web for who made Valentine's.
I hate when they do that. Just tell me. I don't. If I wanted to look it up, I would look it up.
But yeah, anyway, I mean, I hope you have a great time.
Thank you.
Tell the ladies I said hello.
I sure will.
And we need to get them back in here for another group discussion. I think it was actually pretty good.
We need to do Earth, Wind, and two of the girls. Whoever
Okay.
Earth, Wind is. I
and
don't
I also
know.
still have that teacher available to come in and do the
Okay.
segment with Corona
Okay.
and in the schools and things like that. I still want to bring. We haven't really bring other. Well, because Corona had came back fierce again. We didn't.
That was Omarion. That wasn't Corona. That was her first cousin, Omarion.
Well, hopefully, so we
Touch.
can bring another.
Touch.
Yeah, if you want to know what she was doing, just go watch the YouTube video. Just go watch the YouTube video, yo. But yeah, so we can bring another person in the studio with us so we can do another interview. I think we should do a little bit more interviews this year.
I think we should.
And if you're down for an interview, don't forget to hit us in the DM and the email. We'll definitely set you up.
I think Eclectic Chicks should come on. Because
I
that
think
could be
she's
a
in
good.
Texas, so we have to do Zoom.
That's fine, but she is in Texas because I was gonna go visit her.
Yeah.
But I think she's about to be a part of a podcast, so that would be a good collaboration.
She just sent me the thing.
Yeah, I think that would be a good
If
collaboration.
I'm not mistaken, was it
3 chicks and a dude
three
or something?
chicks and a dick?
Okay.
I think that's what it was.
Okay.
Don't kill me.
I
if
think
it's
that's
wrong.
it. Cause Badass Jones has one similar to that, but it's like 3 dicks and a chick. So it's like they're the opposite of each other.
3 chicks and a dick. That's the name of it.
Okay. So yeah. What else? What time is it?
6:06.
Oh.
So we can let's dive into our failures. Finish talking about our failures. So what else do you think is a failure that we do in relationships?
Personally do?
Yeah. Or we can do personally or in general from this male and female sex point. I mean, gender point.
I think a lot of women self-sabotage. I think people in general self-sabotage.
And if you don't, you can go listen to season 1, Self-Sabotage, and you can hear that episode.
That's true.
And when we talked about self-sabotage.
Ew.
But I do agree.
I think a
agree with
lot
that.
of people
do that.
self-sabotage relationships because you have something in your head, and when that person doesn't give it to you, they don't like me.
Another thing is a failure is the deal breaker. Some people deal breakers are unreasonable.
Yes.
If you haven't, you can go listen to Deal Breakers in season 1 as well.
Ow. And people don't know themselves, and you can go listen to Dating Yourself as well.
Season 1.
Ow.
But yeah, as you can see, these are all same shameless plugs to all old episodes to go
Get
listen
all
to.
that audio up. Get it all up. Help us get them sponsors.
But I think failures come in many different ways too.
Yeah.
I have a thought process about some things, and I think that the way we view certain things and the expectation we expect from certain things and the reality of what we get is too different, and sometimes it causes us to act a certain way.
Yes, that's another show topic we got too. Expectations. Yep.
So, a lot of these things we talked about in the first.
We always talk about stuff over and over
season.
again. Yeah.
But we love to hear the ideas and stuff that y'all bring to us from Instagram and from TikTok and things like that.
Yes. I did have a listener send me a topic.
Okay.
And it's actually 2. It's 2 questions, 3 questions. Okay, so the first one is, in this day and age, I'm sorry, am I boring you? No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I'm sorry.
In this day and age, do women want a woke man or a traditional man?
All right, but see, this is where we get confused a little bit, because in traditional, what do you mean? A traditional modern, traditional old school, like our
I don't know.
grandparents traditional,
We
like
gonna
do you
circle back
want
to that.
do you want the man to be the one that go out and work and you stay home with the kids, like, or do you want to be that modern traditional where both parents work and y'all make the household work together, or do you want what some nowadays say would be a new household where I don't even know what a new modern tradition is, but
A house dad.
a house
no.
dad where you stay home and your
Get
wife
your ass
works.
up and go to work.
So
Okay, so we're going to skip that question until I can get more detail on what traditional man means. Second one, why do men feel the need to try and control their women? To what purpose does it serve?
for them, it serves a lot of purposes. One, if you and I'm taking this from just my eyes looking in. I'm not a controlling man, so I wouldn't really know how that goes. But just listening to how people get controlled, and being with somebody that was a controlling woman, I kind of understand. So, I guess it's more the fact of being able to know what that person is doing when they're going to be doing it, to know and basically where they're going to be at, when they're going to be at, and so you can have an idea of what you want to do, and you can do what you want to do and still have them where they need to be.
So that's that's why men feel they need to control their woman?
Well, if you control your woman, you're in control, so that means you're more likely to do whatever you want to do in a relationship. She's going to do whatever you say because she listens to you and she's under your control.
Right, but the question is, why do men feel they need to do this?
Oh, because some men feel like that's the way it needs to be. Some men feel like that's how it's supposed to be. And in all actuality, that's how some people was raised. Like we talked about before, the way people are raised is a big
Correct.
deal.
But statistically, and I hate to say this, but statistically, most men of color grew up in a single parent household.
Facts.
So you grew up with your mother.
Or, you know what? Statistically, most African Americans grew up with next of kin, not even both parents, either a grandmother, an aunt, or somebody else. A lot of black families, they're not or one parent households. It was next to kins, either grandparents or like that. You can check the stats, and this
I will have to Google
next to kin.
You
know how many people I know was raised by their grandmother, not their mother?
Yeah, I
you know
do
what I'm saying?
know a lot of people who, but see, I don't know if it was, and I say this because I can say I grew up with my grandmother, but my mother was in the house.
You say with. I mean, people that
right,
grew up.
right. That's what I'm saying. So it could be, and I know a lot of people who grew up with their grandparent in the house, but mom was still there. You know, when I got home from school, it was my grandmother because she was retired from working, and she was the one watching me until my mom got home.
Right.
But my mother was the
matriarch.
Well, she tried to be the parent, but my grandmother overrode her when I wanted to do something, and my mother would be like, no. My grandmother would be like, let her do that. So, you know.
So you used granny against mommy?
I did not. I did not. I did no such thing.
You don't have to admit it on the air.
No, I'm telling you, no. So, funny story. I'm just going to tell this story because it's one of my favorite stories to tell. In church, I wanted to take communion for my first communion. And it's not communion like Catholic people where they do a party and get all dressed up and stuff. It was just, I just wanted to take communion. And my mother was like, no. So I was like mad in the pew. And my grandmother was in the senior choir and they walked around so that they could do communion. And when she got to our row, she was like, what's wrong with my baby? And I said, I want to take communion, and mommy won't let me. Guess who took communion?
You did.
And she was like, go, come on. And I took communion that day. My mother wasn't very happy, but what you going to do, fight your mama? No. That's one of my favorite grandmother overriding mother stories to tell. I did not.
Yes, you
She
did.
asked me a question.
Nope.
I answered it, and
No, you didn't.
I did answer
You
it.
did it so dramatically that she
I
would.
did not.
You did it so dramatically
No.
so that way she would be
I
on your
was.
side.
No, my
It-
grandmother was
the
always on
way-
my side.
Listen,
What
the
are
way
you
you even told
talking
that,
about?
the way you even told that story just now, and the way you said it, even when the people watch the YouTube, they're gonna be like, Davina, you set that up.
I did not set it up. I didn't know she was gonna come ask me what was wrong.
But
I
the
thought that was
way
something
you
we would
said
talk
it-
about when we got back home.
The way you said it, you was like, my mama won't let me.
I said, "Mommy won't let me take communion." She wouldn't. I didn't tell a story. I did not tell a story. I think I did have my arms crossed.
You sold it.
I didn't have to sell it because my grandmother did whatever I wanted.
Oh.
Listen, when you saw Pearl, you saw Davina. My grandmother went to, I don't even know what type of meeting it was, and I'm just going to be completely honest with you. My grandmother went to a meeting every Tuesday night. I don't know.
Eastern Star.
No, she wasn't an Eastern Star. It was something with the Board of Education. I'm almost positive it was with the Board of Education.
Okay, she probably was one of the you know how they have the
The PTA?
No, not the. That's the parents. It's Teachers Association.
I mean, my grandmother was a teacher, so
No,
she could have
but
still been
it could
on
have
it.
been that, but they also have the council meetings.
Okay, that could have been it.
That's right.
I don't know. But
Like-
whenever she
like
went,
for your district, and they have like with new changes they doing.
I don't know. I was there.
Okay.
My grandmother went to senior choir rehearsal. I was there. Any place my grandmother went, Davina was not too far behind. I promise you that. The sun rose and set on Pearly May when it came to Davina. When I first went to school in 5th grade, I was not down the street from her because up until 4th grade, I went to a school like literally, I could damn near spit at the school from my porch. 5th grade, I went to performing arts, and it was like downtown Buffalo. I had to get on a bus to go to school. The school was by a hospital. And every time I heard an ambulance, I'm like, oh my God, my grandmother is in this ambulance. Because, you know, when you're like 9, 10 years old, your grandparents are old. So I'm like, oh my goodness, she didn't fail. So I used to call my grandmother every single day on my lunch just to make sure she was good. So, I mean, letting me take communion with her was fine.
All right, back to your failures. Back to your failures. What's one failure that you know that you need to fix?
Communication.
Okay.
I need to use my words.
One failure that I know I need to fix is my nonchalantness.
Okay. I need to fix communication. I'm working on it.
Listen, everybody's a work in progress. It doesn't happen overnight.
I need to get Jason to put that on a shirt.
I'm a
for
work
me.
in progress.
Hashtag Black Excellence. I think I want that on it.
I'm a work in progress and Black excellence on the back. Like
Okay.
going diagonal, of course.
That would be dope. I also want one. See, all over the place. I also want one.
I went back to the topic. You went
I
right
know.
back off again.
I want one that says, I don't argue with people that Harriet Tubman would have shot.
Harriet Tubman never shoot nobody.
She didn't have to. She carried that shotgun, so people knew not to fuck with her.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
So, I just want the sweatshirt.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. What else did we talk about today?
No, everything.
No, we should call this episode the kitchen sink. Ain't that a food? Isn't that a sandwich? That might just be a Buffalo thing. But there is like where they just dump everything, the chicken wings, the meatball, like everything into the platter, and they call it the kitchen sink. I've heard that before in food.
I've heard of poutine, but I ain't heard no kitchen sink. But what does that have to do with failure?
I don't know.
Final thoughts on failure, and then you can go into your kitchen garbage sink.
It's not garbage. Yeah, it's a food.
What is it? A
What
mix
is
of
the
what?
kitchen sink meal? You know the expression everything but your kitchen sink? Well, that's where this casserole gets its name. It's got pretty much everything you can think of: ground beef, onions, garlic, potatoes, carrots, celery, rice, cheese, butter, steak sauce, onion powder, and tomato soup.
Wait, why would?
I don't know, but that's what it's called. And I know I have heard it.
Well,
Anyways.
keep that in Buffalo.
No, that's not just in Buffalo. Oh, fun. Somebody was just stabbed in Queens. The trains are going to be forever. That's great.
The worst thing you could do and have on your phone is that Citizens app.
That was Twitter.
Oh, I'm about to say that Citizens.
I do have the Citizens
that
app on my
Citizens
phone,
app
though.
is depression.
It is.
It's
But
depressing.
it also lets me know when stuff is happening around me and
Yeah, but
being a female.
But sometimes it's too much. Sometimes
It is.
It makes you worry too much because there's
Agreed.
always something happening.
Agreed.
You're more likely to go on with your day if you didn't know than if you do know. Because if you do know, you're like, nah, I ain't going back outside. Fuck that. I ain't going over there. I ain't going outside.
Yeah. Okay. So my final thoughts on failure.
The final thoughts on the name of this episode is
The kitchen sink.
I thought we just said it was
Steak and potatoes.
Jesus.
What did we say it was?
Oh my Lord.
All over the place.
All over the place.
That's what we said.
Final takes on all over the place because you are all over the place today.
My final thoughts are never stop being you, but at the same time, like you said in the beginning of the episode, you have to alter certain aspects with who you're dating. Everyone does. It's not changing because people are like, oh, I don't want to change and stuff like that. It's just you sometimes have to alter to get along with other people, whether it's a coworker, a significant other.
Yeah, fuck them coworkers. You gotta alter yourself for them. Fuck them. It's a job. Do your job and go to home.
I can't say that because some of my coworkers don't listen to this show.
Well, you know what I mean. To the coworkers that are asshole, fuck y'all. But the ones that are nice, we appreciate you. How's that? That's better.
No, because I work with both.
This is not Davina's thoughts. This is almost.
You just asked me my final thoughts.
No, I'm talking about the thoughts on the coworkers.
Oh.
Those are my thoughts, not yours.
Oh, yes. That's his stuff.
That's not hers. This is my thoughts.
But I'm working on me as far as learning how to be more open in my communication and saying what I mean and meaning what I say. I really am working on that.
Okay, well, me personally, I'm trying to work on allowing people in. You know what? That's a failure of mine. Not allowing people to get close to me.
Oh, I can see that. In you, I can see that. And once someone gets to a certain point with you, you close off.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm working on that. It's hard when you don't trust people. It's not that I don't trust people, but I trust people to do what they're going to do and be themselves. So
Say that again.
I said it's hard to trust people, but I do trust people. I just trust people to be themselves. You know,
So when you say that, do you mean you aren't surprised if someone disappoints you?
I'm not surprised if somebody disappoints me. The biggest disappointment is expecting somebody not to disappoint you.
Oh, okay. Oh, I got that on video. Ow, ow.
I'm just saying, I only say that because if you go into something with no expectations, when something doesn't happen, you're less likely to feel more hurt from it.
Correct.
If you're expecting, listen, I'm expecting this to be a great friendship, and we're gonna grow, and then if it doesn't, it fizzles. It's like, then you had so much expectations, and it went south, and now you're like,
Right.
Then to get all the self questions like, what did I do wrong? What did I do on this part? Or what did I say that didn't make it work? And that right there, what drives yourself crazy.
I agree. That I definitely agree
so
with.
it's best to have no. I'm not saying it's best, but sometimes if you don't have no expectations when you go into something, and it does blossom and it does flourish, you enjoy the moment and you ride it out.
Right. That's fair. That's fair.
That's right. Are you doing your horns before you leave?
Nope.
Thank God.
You shouldn't have said that. How about that? Sorry to.
What's your handles, man? Tell people your handles.
My handle is Davina J Artistry. That's what it is. It's Davina
I know
J
you was in
Artistry.
performing arts and all that stuff.
I was.
This ain't Broadway.
But we're close to it. Bing, bing, bong. Bing, bong. We are
Lord.
close to Broadway. I actually walked from Juniors,
On 42nd?
49th.
Oh, that's not a bad walk.
No, but
You
I was
know,
like,
you know, there's another juniors on a little bit closer.
yeah. But that was the one that it took me to, so whatever.
Yeah, because that's the one that's over there by like.
It's actually a restaurant. Like, well,
It's a
all of
restaurant.
them are
You can
restaurants.
sit inside and eat.
Right,
Mhm.
right, and it's really nice. It was really nice.
The one on 42nd Street is nice as well too. Not 42nd,
I
but
think
it's
I went. Is that one across from the Marriott?
from the
Okay,
hotel.
I went to that one
I think
for
it's
my birthday.
right next to Carmine's.
It's close to it. Yes, yes. It's close to it.
It's one of my favorite restaurants. Carmine's.
But yeah, I walked and I'm like, I'm looking at all the shows. Some are opening back up. Some and. I'm sorry. Google Maps told. I just need to say this because shout out to Robert. Google Maps told me to walk down a certain street, and I was like, I don't feel like doing that. I'm just gonna keep walking, and I ended up cutting up another street and saw Virgil's. That's where Robert proposed to me.
Oh.
Yeah, and I took a picture with the sign and everything. So yeah.
You're such a smitten.
But anywho.
All right, you can reach me at HumbleKing79 on Instagram, Twitter, and all that other good stuff. Don't forget to follow Tim's and H. I mean, Tim's and Stilettos. Tim's _and _ Stilettos on Instagram.
Yes.
We couldn't get it all together in one word. Somebody had it.
Somebody got it. And they don't even use it.
I know. It's not even me to use.
It's whack.
Um,
Tim's and us on Twitter.
Tim S on Twitter. Tim's and Stilettos on
Tickety Talk.
TikTok and YouTube
And Facebook.
and Facebook.
And I will say this. Thank y'all for starting to like our Facebook page because we are getting more likes on Facebook.
The next process is after the lives on Instagram, we're going to definitely start to do the lives on
Yes.
Facebook because we found out we could do it in studio here and have it done as
Right.
we're actually recording.
Right.
So we're going to thank Gotham Podcast Studios for always hosting us
I love
and
this
getting us
place.
right. And
Yes,
hopefully
I really do love this place, y'all.
next
You said semester?
yes, I got one more week in the semester. You understand? Midterms is finally over.
Okay, all right.
All right now, so I'm ready for this break from school.
Okay. Well, this is the perfect time for us to get everything together with Patreon, Facebook, figuring everything out. So this is a good time. So when you're done with school, we'll
Definitely.
do that. All right. As always, thank y'all so much for listening. We love you, love you, love you. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend.
And if you don't forget, Mondays, 7 p.m. live
7
on
p.m.
Instagram.
live. And we be live, y'all.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
And the audio show will be out Monday at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
And don't forget to hit the questions on Spotify
Yes.
so we can see what y'all thoughts on some of the questions we asked.
Yes. And like, comment, and share on on YouTube.
Everywhere. Like and share, comment on everywhere.
Yes.
Don't hesitate.
Get
You can
them
say this.
views
You can
up. Get
copy and
them.
paste your whole.
Holla.
Copy and paste your
Yes.
comments from one platform to the next. Just keep going.
Yes. All right, y'all. As always, I am your favorite girl,
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Davina, and he is,
I am the rapper.
and I'm the DJ. And we will talk to you later. Bye.